Warner's lavish change cracked a masterful unbeaten 154, while Usman Khawaja and Steve Smith hit 50s as a dominant Australia took control of the opening test against the West Indies at the Perth Stadium on Wednesday. The hosts reached an ominous 293 on 2-8 stumps on a day one following captain Pat Cummins' decision to bat in hot and dry conditions. The total was built off the back of a 142-run stand between lavish change and Khawaja, who came together after David Warner was out for 5, then an unbeaten 142 with Smith. A focused lavish change who survived change on 75 and 137 brought up his 80th century in 29th test, and with the informed Smith unbeaten on 59. The omens are not good for the visitor, which has failed to win a test in Australia for 25 years. The West Indies bowled with plenty of discipline in front of just 10,929 spectators, but the chances were few and far between. After getting the early wicket of Warner for 5, it had to be toiled for hours in the heat to back another, with Khawaja compiling 65 before acing Kyle Mayers to wicket-keeper Joshua Da Silva just before lunch. Lavish change and Khawaja came together after Warner fell to young batsman Jayden Shields and hardly put a foot wrong. They had to work hard against the economical bowling in the opening season of the first test between the sides for nearly 7 years, reaching 72 at 1 at lunch. But they accelerated after a break, with lavish change bringing up his 50 with a 3 of Jason Holder. Faultless Khawaja, who has been a rock at the top of the order this year, soon followed, cracking spinner Roston Chase for 4 and then a single to reach his 18th half century in his 52nd test. Khawaja had scored 4 test centuries and reached the 90th twice in the last 12 months, with more glory beckoning. But he was undone by a beautiful delivery from Mayers, which trimmed the outside edge of his bat and was an easy take for Da Silva. Underrated lavish change powered the 3 figures from 192 balls, hitting the milestone with his 13th boundary of Shields. Smith has reverted to a more orthodox batting style saw him score 94 and unbeaten 80 in the Australia's recent one-day series against England, and he again looked in the good nick. The 30-year-old was untroubled as he swept to a 37th test 50, eyeing another century to draw level with the great Donald Bradman on 29. Wearing black armbands to mock former West Indies wicket-keeper David Murray, who died last week, the visitor kept Warner and Khawaja in check in the opening overs. Warner's first attacking saw Shields pulled for a boundary in the 4th over, but the left-hander's aggression cost him next ball as tried to drive a wider delivery, only to drag it back onto his stump. The West Indies suffered a blow before the match, with all-rounder Raymond Reifer ruled out after picking up a groin injury. It handed a debut to batsman Tangenarayan Chanderpaul, the son of retired great Shiv Narayan. Top-ranked Australia made just one change from its last test against Sri Lanka in July. Speedster Josh Hazlewood in for spinner Michelle Simpson. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share to your friends, and for the latest update, please subscribe and press the bell icon. We will meet soon with new updates.